rotate to guide. Now teleporting in to this enemy jungler who has found herself, and again, the most horrible positions. The ultimate will buy her time. She does run the aspect, which will give her a bit of a heal, but nonetheless, we will be able to kill her with a first ability, followed by an auto attack, and now a second ability over the wall will grab me the double kill on the Scylla. I don't know what possessed the Scylla to go back in that you are going to need. I'm going to throw the two, both going to be off the mark. I'm going to throw the teleport over there in case I need to get away from her, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Throw the ultimate in there, and hopefully we don't kill her, but Haley did manage to hit that, and now she gets teleported over there. I still see the opportunity to actually kill her here. If I were her, I would retreat back under the tower to back to make sure that I don't get hit by any stray abilities, and that's exactly what she's going to do. One auto attack, unnecessary second ability will end up getting her killed, and now the Scylla is what we have to worry about. She's not going to be able to hit the ultimate, and now she's in a horrible position. Again, my first ability into an auto attack. Hello, hope you're doing well, and today I'm bringing you some Scylla gameplay, and I'm super excited for Scylla because obviously I'm a Smite 1 player. I'm primarily a mid player, although as you guys know, I play basically every other role. So Scylla is one of my pocket picks, and I'm super excited to finally see her in Smite 2. It only took a long time. It only took forever. But anyways, we finally have her, and in this video, if you were just looking for the build, it was or is at the top of your screen in the form of a screenshot. Not sure how long I'm going to keep that up. And then also, our main priority is going to be taking this. I am level 2. I need to clear another camp to hit level, or I am level 1. I need to hit another camp for level 2. I'll throw that at them. I have my 1 now to use, except for we'll clear it, no problem. Could have played that a little bit better and probably ended up gaining more damage on them and less damage on our Pele, but it worked out anyways. And yeah, this video we're going to cover a couple of things. We're going to cover obviously Scylla, the changes that she saw in her transition from Smite 1 to 2, and then also just general playing mid lane and talk over the build, some build options, different items you can go, so on and so forth. Blink in by the Pele. I'm out of abilities except for the root, which I will hit. I lied. It looked like I was hitting. I'm trying to body block for her. She's body blocking my attempt to body block for her. Ooh, barely off the mark with a kill, and Pele needs to stop lazy backing because the Scylla is on her way. Thankfully, she was able to dodge out of that. My second ability is up soon. That's her Aegis down. I'm going to hit her with it, a couple of auto attacks, and now if she decides to continue to hit me, which she did, she's now tanking my auto attacks and the minions, and that will be just about enough to pick us up the first blood. Very beautiful start to the game. A lot of close calls with the Pele, but we managed to swing that in our favor and pick up the, what do you call it? First blood. Anyways, what this video is not going to be is it's not going to be my complete Scylla guide. That will come out either tomorrow. No, it will be tomorrow. So the complete Scylla guide will come out tomorrow, followed by some support gameplay that I have, and then the Merlin guide. So for those of you that have been waiting for the Merlin guide this week, you won't have to wait too long. Anyways, so yeah, in those videos, I talk about everything you need to know about the character, the very basics to some intermediate tips, and it's just a very simple 15-minute everything you need to know about the character before you play them. So if that's something you're looking forward to, then I do recommend you subscribe. Hit her with a 1 here. I'm going to throw the 2 over at her teleport to stop her from teleporting. And matter of factly, but while doing that, I'm going to be able to do more damage than if she would have actually teleported just by zoning her escape out like that. I'm able to continue to hit some continuous auto attacks. That coupled with the damage from the minions will grant me more damage than if she would have just teleported. Now with the jungler blinking in, I was not able to unfortunately get the follow-up and turn it into a kill. But now that the red buff is coming up, we have a chance to kill her again if she decides to rotate to this. And if not, then we just get the buff, which is obviously its own reward as well. I'm just going to make sure she doesn't hook it through the back here, or if she tries to come up through the front, then I'm always able to zone her and throw some abilities at her. Ultimate, I do have available now, so I'm going to go ahead and get pretty aggressive here. I have my ultimate if need be for the CC immunity. If I manage to hit the 1, I could just combo with the ultimate as opposed to the 2 to get the kill. Didn't hit the 1, did hit the ultimate though, just barely, and we'll pick up that second kill for us this game, actually for the entire team. And now a rotation over to the right side is something that I'm very interested in, especially considering, again, my Scylla just died, so now I have nothing better to do than to rotate over here. The Nemesis is the one that we'll end up running into, and we'll be able to pick up that kill. And now on her and Khepri in the most horrible positions. On her falls first. I'm going to teleport onto the Khepri and start dealing some good damage. I'm holding my root for a little bit, held him right in place. The second ability will end up killing him and give us our third kill and help on the dual laner. Anyways, like I was mentioning, if you're interested in those character guides, then do make sure to like, comment, and specifically subscribe so you don't miss out on those future videos. I post anything from, you know, gameplay build videos like the one you're watching now. I post character guides like the Scylla guide coming out tomorrow or the Merlin guide coming out next week. Or I already have a bunch of them done, so you can go look at the character guide playlist and see if I've done a character you need. Or just general guides like my complete beginner Smite 2 guide. Now, teleporting in to this enemy jungler who has found herself in, again, the most horrible positions. The ultimate will buy her time. She does run the aspect, which will give her a bit of a heal, but nonetheless, we will be able to kill her with a first ability, followed by an auto attack, and now a second ability over the wall will grab me the double kill on the Scylla. I don't know what possessed the Scylla to go back in, because if I were her, I would have been long gone. I would have been, good luck jungler, see you later. But she actually pulled up to try to help her, and that managed to give me a double kill for 5-0 on the Scylla so far. Anyways, I've spent too much time rambling about random stuff this match, so I think it's time that I talk about some of the changes that Scylla has seen from Smite 1 to 2 for those of you that played her in Smite 1 and care about the differences. So in Smite 1, she used to get mana regen from leveling her third ability. Now that is coupled with the passive, so you no longer have to level the 3 to get that mana regen. Now you're just going to naturally get it through the passive, which is always nice to have. Her second change is her crush. Before, when you leveled up your crush, you'd get a slow and some protection debuffs on people that you hit with it. Now it doesn't work like that. It works on people in the area. So even after you use your second ability and detonate it and everything, the kind of aura will stick around and still apply that for them. If I hit the stun here, which I don't, and it's actually a root. But if at any moment I hit the root, I can combo it with the ultimate like so. And she will Aegis and get away from that one. I'm going to try to hit an auto attack into a crush and lower her health a little bit more, maybe force her into a back situation. We got her Aegis as well, despite the fact that we missed our one. And Aegis is on such a low cooldown. I don't have Aegis, I have beads. Aegis is on such a low cooldown that this is going to be a problem that we're going to have to be dealing with for quite a long time. Anyways, red buff is up. Very risky for me to go for this. I have no idea where the jungler is. I have no idea where the solo laner is. But the jungler is pretty far behind, so if I place this crush here, I should be able to secure the camp, no problem. And then I do have my escape if need be. My problem with this is, where is the solo laner? I'm looking at my mini-map, I don't see him. Kill, oh, there he is. Kill on the Nemesis goes through, and we get shut down by the solo laner, who isn't even doing that well, to be frank, but also our solo laner is apparently doing worse, so maybe I spoke too soon. Rip. All right, back in mid, we find ourselves in, I forgot the topic that we were talking, oh, the changes. So yeah, her second ability will now work
just hang up off, like
if they are in the area, and the area of effect will remain even after you detonate it. As you can tell right here, you can still see like a high opacity, like grayed out version of the ability, and that will still continue to apply a slow and still continue to apply the prot shred, which is nice to have. Because now you have the option to use it as a zoning tool. Even if you miss the ability, you can still gain the effects if they have to walk through it. And then lastly, the add-on onto, ooh, I hit that. I maybe should have gone for the ultimate, to be honest. It wouldn't have killed, but it would have led to quite a large amount of damage. As you can tell, I stepped through that second ability and instantly continued to get the slow applied onto me. But yeah, the third ability now, after you teleport, so if you choose to use it aggressively, ooh, as aggressive as she's being right now with me, I'm pretty low health, but I'm also deal a little bit more damage than she does. I'm gonna go ahead and get away from her ultimate here pretty easily, hit her with the 2 over the wall, and the ultimate will finish her off. I spoke too soon. She does have that Aegis to fall back on, but a auto attack, 1 auto attack might kill her. I'm gonna need 2 more auto attacks. There it is, and that'll pick me up the kill for the 6-1 on the mid lane Scylla. But yeah, if you choose to use her third ability aggressively now, so if you throw the dog and then teleport to it, now your next auto attack will be enhanced. And that's nice for that aggressive option, for that like next bonus damage on your next auto attack. And paired with Polynomicon, which is a very popular item on this character, it ends up being quite effective. Now, speaking of Polynomicon and itemization, well, I want to talk about the itemization. So we're going to do that here now, but very quickly, I do want to mention that I have a Discord server. If you want to play games with me, chat with me, have any questions for me, or just need general help with Smite, whether it be builds, whether it be just general tips that you need, any questions you may have about certain characters, whatever it may be, you can join that Discord server by clicking the link down in the description. Also, if you just want some friendly, non-toxic people to play Smite with, we have a nice community of Smite players over there that are always willing to play it and help you guys learn. So join that link. And then also I do stream live on Twitch on Thursdays and Fridays. So if you want to watch some live Smite 2 gameplay, then you can follow me on there as well. It's a bit of a different experience. You kind of get to have a true like play-by-play commentary heavy like gameplay, and then also you can just ask questions directly if that's something you're interested in. Now I'm staring at two people in mid, very low health. I'm kind of ambivalent about staying, because if I were to get hit by a Scylla crush, it would spell the end for me. Alrighty, back in mid we find ourselves. I'm trying to see if I can maybe catch her off guard and hit her with a nice sneaky combo that then I can use my ultimate to finish off the fight. I'm gonna hit her with the second ability, matter of factly miss it. I'm not sure if I hit the second and she will hit it. I'm gonna teleport on her, try to be a little bit aggressive. I got her to use her teleport, so now if I manage to hit the root again, go into the combo straight with the ultimate as opposed to the second ability. You could do both, but you want to capitalize the ultimate. And now that she's used her Aegis, I can hit her with some auto attacks. When she shoots that at me, she roots herself in place. So I will gladly take the damage from the ultimate so that I can hit that last auto attack for the kill. And granted, I did manage to juke out the ultimate anyways, but either way it wouldn't have killed me and it would have granted me the kill. Her best play there would have been to just run away. Unless she's like newer to Scylla, then she would have maybe not known that her ultimate roots her in place when she's using it. Maybe. Anyways, let me start talking about the build. First up is Conduit Gem. Scylla has always been known for her struggling early game with clear. There are a lot of characters that have harder hitting abilities in the early game. In the late game, that might not be the case. In the late game, her 2 hits like a truck. But in the early game, there are harder hitting abilities. But specifically, the problem is a lot of mages have multiple clear abilities. If you look at a Hecate, she can literally clear using all 3 of her abilities. Use her second ability, 3, 1, and then you throw the 2 back on the wave. You know, there are a lot of characters that have multiple damaging abilities that can hit the entire wave. As I teleport over, I was going to go on her, but now that he managed to get away, we're going to go on him instead. The second ability coupled with a Polynomicon enhanced auto attack will kill him pretty easily. And now Gold Fury is something that I really want to do here. Kind of push the team's lead a little bit. I have an immense lead in mid. Now my goal is to take that lead from mid and take it across the map into other lanes and start facilitating these objective pushes, because these objective pushes are eventually what's going to lead to you winning the game. The team that gets the most objectives usually wins the most games. And the way you secure more objectives is by, you know, getting further ahead, by rotating, making these rotations, making these plays that allow you to kill multiple people and then go for these rotations. So me rotating over to right allowed us to get that Gold Fury and kill this guy as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and teleport in and make sure that this on her is not able to kill our Medusa. Pick up that kill, go back to base and continue farming, kind of, you know, work as usual. So yeah, Scylla's second ability, Crush, does hit the entire wave. Her first ability only hits 1 minion at the start until you level it up. And her third ability obviously doesn't do damage. So it's a little bit harder for her to clear. I a lot of the times recommend Conduit Gem, which is our starter item, so that we can get that early game clear online. If you want Sands of Times, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're going up against another character that also has somewhat lackluster clear. Then you can actually get away with going the Sands of Time and grabbing yourself some of that nice cooldown reduction that you are going to need. I'm going to throw the 2, both going to be off the mark. I'm going to throw the teleport over there in case I need to get away from her, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Throw the ultimate in there and hopefully we don't kill her, but Haley did manage to hit that and now she gets teleported over there. I still see the opportunity to actually kill her here. If I were her, I would retreat back under the tower to back to make sure that I don't get hit by any stray abilities, and that's exactly what she's going to do. 1 auto attack, unnecessary second ability will end up getting her killed. And now the Scylla is what we have to worry about. She's not going to be able to hit the ultimate, and now she's in a horrible position. Again, my first ability into an auto attack will take care of her swiftly as well. And now we have 2 people over here. One of them should die after getting pulled under tower, and I hope that maybe we can catch up to this Khepri. I'm not quite sure where he went. Maybe he's in that bush, so I'm gonna throw a stray crush at that bush and see if he's in there. Nope, I have no idea where he went. They're all dead, but Gold Fury's down and we're on this side of the map, so unfortunately we won't get much more after that. But I mean, killing all of them should be the main reward, so I don't know why I'm complaining. All right, I do have to start speedrunning the build section here, so let's do that. Book of Thoth is just a large amount of intelligence. It's a very, very large amount of intelligence. And on a character like Scylla, who might be considered to be a little bit late game focused, not a lot late game focused, and kind of a little bit lackluster in the early game when it comes to clearing jungle camps and like early game rotations, or early game just kill potential on your enemy. It's nice to have Book of Thoth because you're going to be like a farm bot anyways in the early game. And even if your clear is awesome, even if you have mad kill potential, that should still be your #1 goal when you're playing mid. And it's going to be clearing the jungle camps, clearing the wave, getting all of this farm so that you can grow much stronger and then eventually be able to do what I'm doing now, which is rotating and helping people around the map and getting kills left and right. So Book of Thoth works well with that mentality of I'm going to get a immense amount of intelligence from this item, even if it takes a little bit to stack. All right, we're actually able to do quite an impressive amount of damage to that Khepri. And now that the jungler's here, I'm going to go straight into the ultimate and hit him with it. Low he is and dead he is. And now, unfortunately, I kind of placed my Stickum dog at in the wrong place. That might be the different one, the Sentinel. I placed the Sentinel in the wrong place, so I will be able to pick up that kill or chase her after she runs. But this on her, going on our ally Medusa, I can't talk. So I'm going to see if I can get here in time to assist her. It kind of looks like she has it. But this on her is just a very turn-based god. If he can push her into a wall, then she's kind of just cooked. So I'm gonna pull up over here and see what I can do. Also, there's someone behind me. There he is. I don't have anything to help her here other than just a little bit of damage, but Athena comes in with the Amanitas charm and manages to pick up that kill, and now they're gonna kill him for sure. So I'm gonna start focusing on the on her, that of which I will be able to kill. And after clearing this wave, we should go for our second Gold Fury. And again, this is what I'm talking about. The main thing in mid lane is going to be farming early and then using that farm and that huge gold advantage to go over to other lanes and facilitate things like this. And even if you're not going to other lanes, then maybe just rotate to jungle camps, right? Exacerbate your leads so that it's big enough towards where you can do things like this. It is your job as a mid laner to rotate. It is easiest for you to rotate from one lane to the other, whoever needs help or whoever you can actually assist. Now ultimate comes out from the Khepri. I'm going to be able to kill him with that last auto attack, and now Scylla is the one that I have my sights on. Unfortunately, she's a little bit too fast and far away from me, so now I'll turn my attention over to this Nemesis. And on her is here, so I am going to place my Sentinel and work on teleporting away after I hit him with a full combo, because I am surrounded by 3 people. And that's a really nice thing that you can do with Scylla to always remain safe. And Medusa will pick up the Scylla, and I think that the Nemesis is still over here. I'm just going to throw a shot in the dark unless they do surrender. I'm going to speed run the rest of the build. That's so unfortunate. Polynomicon is very good because that's going to be your main combo, throwing in the auto attacks in between everything. It's going to allow for a very large amount of damage that cannot be understated, oftentimes being the differentiating factor between you granting yourself a kill or not. Desolation and Soul Gem are both just the really good items that give me cooldown reduction. Why go for that as opposed to something like a Chronos Pendant? Because it gives me 2 things that I also value very much. Not only does Spear of Desolation have randomly an insane amount of intelligence, 100%, or just not percent, just 100, but it also gives you that wonderful passive. Soul Gem is going to give me cooldown reduction, and it's also going to give me that passive which allows me to sustain. I'm going to be spamming abilities from the backline. I'm going to be minding my positioning, and having that constant heal and constant burst damage is going to be very nice. After that, you want to transition if you need tank shred at that time. If the tanks are being an issue, for me specifically, the tanks weren't an issue at that point. I could one-shot the Khepri just as easily as I can one-shot the mid laner. That's not always going to be the case. Sometimes they're going to build against you and build more heavy protections against you. Then you're going to want to go into some tank shred. That's where Obsidian Shard comes in. That's where Soul Reaver comes in. If you're ahead like I was to the point where the tanks are no issue, then that's where I would have gone into the Rod of Tahuti to further exacerbate my lead through an immense amount of intelligence. And after that, I would have gone into the tank shred, because eventually late game I do want to be able to just one-shot the tanks. Going in with an Obsidian Shard and a Soul Reaver would have rounded out the build. And that way you have the best of both worlds. Through Polynomicon and high intelligence, you're one-shotting the squishies, and through your 2 final items, you're also very dangerous towards the tankier characters. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. As always, do make sure to like, comment, and specifically subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. Join the Discord if it interests you down in the link, down in the description link below. And then also follow me on Twitch. And as always, stay tuned for tomorrow's Scylla guide. If you enjoyed this video and want to know more about Scylla, tomorrow at noon. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.